Love is a wonderful feeling.
It's sharing each other's lives.
I love her, like she's my universe. She's everything.
Love makes me feel really nice.
I was really shy and it's hard to find a relationship.
But basically, I was lonely. I didn't have kind of much friends.
I get nervous meeting new people.
I've been wanting to get a relationship, but I've not found the right person yet.
Love means to me makes me feel happy, excited, feel loved up.
To share your life with someone else.
Basically finding your soulmate.
It shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that adults with learning disabilities value loving relationships as much as anyone else. But in the past, it was usually very difficult for people with learning disabilities to have the relationships they wanted. A group of researchers decided to look at what support people with learning disabilities are getting today.
I've been working in the field of sexuality and relationships for people with learning disabilities for a very long time, and the reason that I wanted to do research now was just to see what the state of play is in terms of people's relationships. So many years ago when I first started, I would have to say that support was not very good for people with learning disabilities if they wanted to find a partner and stay with a partner.
I just fell in love.
Also, we get each other so many levels, and also we have a laugh at each other and we can talk about many things as well.
15 months in April.
Yeah.
That's how long we've been together. We've known each other a little longer than that.
There were two main things we wanted to do in this research. One was to explore what kind of support people with learning disabilities felt they needed and what kind of support they actually got when it came to relationships. And the second thing was to explore with people what love meant to them and what a loving relationship meant to their lives.
So a friendship is where you got a friend, but a couple is where you love them.
Get to know each other first, then be friendly, and then I ask them the number, and then carry on as friends, and then go on dates with them. If I've been on dates for a long time, then be a boyfriend and girlfriend together, forever.
So in terms of the first aim about exploring support, we spoke to many people with learning disabilities themselves and asked them about their lives and what kind of support they got. But we also spoke to other people. So we wanted to include parents and family carers. We included support staff. And we also included those who run some of the specialist dating and friendship agencies for people with learning disabilities so that we could get a whole number of perspectives.
It's important to know what social care staff think about supporting people with their relationships. Staff often have a lot of influence over people's lives. Staff need to feel confident that they are giving people the right kind of help and advice. But a lot of staff told us that they needed more support themselves.
I think there needs to be more training for staff, because staff are worried, aren't they? They don't know sort of where the boundaries are.
We don't know where we stand.
With
really.
Capacity and with safeguarding.
Do you think some of the people you work with are lonely?
Yes. Very lonely, yeah. Yeah, it's a big issue, I think.
Definitely.
People want relationships, but they don't know how to go about it or where to find somebody. They feel maybe they're not worthy of a relationship.
So one of the things that comes up as a theme, nightclubs were often places people said that they met potential partners.
Unless they know other people from other places, and they tend to just stick together.
Yeah,
so I think they need more like staff support. Maybe staff need to network more so they know each other, so then they find it easier to go up and, you know, introduce to different people.
What do you think would be the most important things to train staff on?
Again, where we stand legally.
Yeah.
because it takes away, like I say, that anxiety of am I doing my job properly, or am I
putting this person at risk?
Yeah.
Is it going to come back on me as well?
And maybe,
it's almost taboo, isn't it, to talk about it?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be. Because certain things might make certain people uncomfortable. So just normalising it, making it a more comfortable topic for staff to talk about.
I think staff training might make the older staff as well, not necessarily just the older staff, but just the people that are slightly less comfortable with talking about sex, give them more of an idea of actually where they stand and where the people we support are with it.
And things that you can say and things that you can't say. And I suppose putting yourself in that person's shoes and thinking how you'd feel in that situation.
Yeah, and just maybe reminding staff that just because they might have a problem with it doesn't mean that can affect how they are supporting the person.
Yeah, it's differentiating your opinion versus what you need to be doing within your profession. That's
will
right
come
for
from training.
Yeah,
I think the important thing to remember is that we are here to support them, not control them.
Yeah, I think that's where there's a little bit of confusion, isn't there?
Yeah, you need to keep reminding we're here to support them and what they want as an individual.
Have you had anyone go on dates with anyone from, or meet anyone off the internet here? Because that was something people worried about, people meeting people off the internet.
I don't think we have.
No, another service I work at, there's a lady there, she goes on Facebook a lot. And, you know, she will arrange to meet people that she's spoken to on Facebook, which is a bit scary because obviously she doesn't know who they are or anything. So we've tried dating sites with her, but it's really difficult to find one that's aimed towards sort of her, you know, her disabilities. Especially in this area, there doesn't seem to be anything really. We've had a good look, haven't we?
So what do you think would be helpful in this area?
We could do with, like, you know, a specialist dating agency. I keep saying it. Yeah, to help people connect and meet.
Do you think people would use one?
Yeah, I think they would, yeah.
As you've just heard, staff are often not sure how to support people with relationships, and they often don't want to take any risks. This means that people with learning disabilities don't get the support they want and need. Take a look at these scenes. In this first example, Anna asks for support to meet someone for a date in the evening.
Paul's asked me to go out tonight. Oh, that's nice. Can I go? Well, what time is it? As long as we're back at the end of my shift, it will be all right. It starts at 9. I don't think that will be possible. You don't have any funding for one-on-one support after 9. Can I go alone? Alone? But how we get back home? The buses don't run after 7. Taxi? Oh, Anna, you need someone with you to go, with a taxi. Women are quite vulnerable in taxis, you know. I'm sorry, just don't think it will be possible.
Do you think what the staff member said was okay? How else could she have tried to support Anna? Pause the video and discuss. In this example, Oscar wants his boyfriend George to spend the night with him.
So, Oscar, how's it going between you and George? You seem to be spending a lot of time at his place.
That's good. Really good. I want him to come here though.
That's fine. You can invite him over for dinner sometime.
Yeah. Stay the night.
I'm not sure that's going to be possible.
Why not?
Well, he doesn't have a place to sleep for start.
In my room.
Well, you do have a single bed, Oscar, and I don't even think you'd fit. And I don't even believe that our policy allows for people to stay over at night. And the other residents don't know George, and we need to think about them too. So maybe they won't even like it when he comes over. I'm sorry, there are just too many risks attached.
Do you think what the staff member said was okay? How else could she have tried to support Oscar? Pause the video and discuss. In this example, Sue asks her sister for help in joining a dating agency.
Lynn, can you help me with something?
Okay, sure. What's it about?
I want to go on a dating agency. Adults with learning difficulties, please.
Oh, I don't know about that, Sue. Well, why would you want to do that?
I want to go on a date.
With a stranger? Oh, it's far too risky. They could be anyone. They could be a murderer.
My friend John told me about it.
It's different for men. Women have to be more careful. You just don't know who's out there. No, I don't think it's a good idea at all. Mum will have kittens if she finds out.
Do you think what the sister said was okay? How else could she have tried to support Sue? In this last example, we show that Ben does get the support he is looking for.
Hi Ben, what's wrong?
I'm bored. There's nothing to do here. I want to go out.
Well, why don't you then?
Got no one to go with.
I will go out with you.
Thanks, mate. I don't mean go out with you. I want to go out, like at night. Go for a drink, go clubbing, see a film, or something, like a date.
Well, I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
I don't. That's the whole problem.
Well, why don't you ask Julie about it?
It's embarrassing. It's private.
That is what Julie is here for.
Julie?
Oh, hi Ben, you ready for lunch?
No thanks, I'm not really hungry right now.
Okay. Ben, you're a bit in the way there. If you're not having lunch, would you mind scooting out of the way, please?
I want to tell you something.
Well, fire away.
Not here, in private.
Well, I'm a bit busy at the moment. Can we talk about it later?
Well, it's just quite important.
So is lunch, Ben. So let me finish up here and we can talk about it after, okay? Hi, Ben.
Hi.
Well, lunch is over. I'm all yours.
Well?
Are you okay? You seem a bit down. Is something the matter?
Not wrong, but not right.
Okay, well, can you tell me?
Sam said I should.
Go on then.
I want a girlfriend.
Okay, well, I can understand that. Most people, want to find someone special. Is there anyone you like?
No, that's a problem. I never meet any girls.
What about the Friday night club?
That's boring. It's always the same people there. I go to school with a lot of them. I want to meet some new people, girls, someone to go on a date with, but I don't find any new people.
Okay, well, let's you and I put our heads together and see what we can come up with. Make it our little project, yeah?
What do you think about the support Ben got? Many adults with learning disabilities live with their families, and even if they don't, their parents are often still a big influence in their lives. Support staff and other professionals frequently say that parents are overprotective of their adult sons and daughters and that they don't want them to have relationships. However, in our research, we also found parents who are very supportive of their sons and daughters.
We found that parents are actually taking on an awful lot for their family members around relationships. Even if people were in 24-hour support or having support from a provider, parents were still often taking responsibility for support in this area. So they were often encouraging people to go on dates and helping people get to and from dates, sometimes even helping people source dating agencies when they had support from a support provider.
And I said to my mum, I said, if I don't try it out, how am I gonna experience it or able to know for myself?
For Daniel, having a relationship is very important. To him, it's a natural way of life. You grow up, you meet someone, you fall in love, you get married, children maybe. There's no question in Daniel's mind that is how it should be. He sees his sister and his cousins all doing that. So to him, he was finding it very frustrating when he couldn't find anyone because that's what everyone does. Initially, we had to give a lot of support for Daniel and Lily to help them maintain their relationship and develop it further. It would be simply helping him to arrange a date, come up with ideas for where to go on dates, and simple things such as driving them there.
Many people told us that transport was a big problem. Not being able to travel around easily meant people couldn't keep relationships going.
What made it be difficult to get a boyfriend because he lived too far away.
I can't use public transport very easily at all. It's easier now John's got a car, but when we first met it was very hard.
I have trouble on the train and the buses as well to see Lara as well, and that took a lot of time. That did.
And a lot of money.
One more from Manchester and one more from Nottingham. And it's basically getting there and getting back.
Transport was a big issue, so people wanted help to be able to get out to places, to social events or to go on dates, and they often found that really difficult if there wasn't anybody who could help with transport. There were some practical issues about keeping in touch with people, and we heard of people who perhaps had met somebody that they liked and wanted to go out with, but because they didn't have support to kind of maintain that relationship, things just fizzled out.
I think people with learning disabilities need support with relationships because often they might find it difficult to maintain a relationship, or initially when they find a partner they might not be appropriate, they might be vulnerable in that situation. So it's important to support a person with a learning disability so they're safe in their relationship and it's just a good experience.
In some areas, there are special dating and friendship services to help people with learning disabilities meet others.
We met through Love Life and Ailey got us together. We had a few dates and chaperoned me and Ryan on a date for a meal. And then Ailey said to us we're okay to do it on our own. And we've been now together nearly 6 months and it's been the best time ever.
Yeah, it has.
It takes a lot of confidence to go on a first date with someone, and if somebody doesn't have much of a social life and experience with other people and with friends, then that's a big ask for somebody who's quite socially isolated to immediately start dating. So, you know, for most people, it's always going to be better if they can start attending social events and meeting people as friends first.
So we needed a chaperone to help us eat for about 3 weeks. And then after the 3 weeks, it was really, really good because we knew getting to know each other. It takes time as well.
So we give people ongoing support throughout their relationships because they might need some help with how to date another person, so how to communicate with somebody, how to ask people things, for example. So if, for example, somebody didn't want to engage in a physical relationship, we might support them to tell their partner about consent and that they're not ready right now. But it's not always negative. It's sometimes, you know, happy things like I want to know how to propose to my girlfriend or my boyfriend, and how do I do that? How do I date?
If people are lesbian, gay, bisexual or transgender, they can find it especially difficult to get the right support from learning disability services. But they have as much right as anybody else to lead the lives they want and to make their own choices. Sometimes LGBT support groups can be really helpful.
People with a learning disability talking about relationships is difficult enough, but then if you identify as LGBT, you might have less support. The mainstream LGBT organisations aren't necessarily geared up for working with people with learning disabilities.
An adult with a learning disability can have communication issues, they can have confidence issues. Saying to somebody, oh, you're going to go to this gay venue tonight where you don't know anybody, didn't seem like the option that we wanted.
I'm transgender, so I'm going from male to female. It means that I'm living the life I'm meant to be living. And me being transgender is who I am. I'll find the right person when I know it's the right person. Having a relationship to me will mean that I'm going out for meals, like drinking, dancing and active, but with not having a relationship I'm stuck in my flat 24/7.
Sometimes people with learning disabilities need support to understand that they can't always get their ideal partner and that they need to open their mind to other possibilities. Also, people told us that when they were new to dating, they often thought the first person they met would be the one.
Some people have got this ideal person in their mind.
They must have blonde hair, they must be shorter than me, they must be between these ages. And often I will explain, well, you're making your options very limited.
So we do encourage people to look at the members that we've got, that the interests are similar, and perhaps just because they don't have brown hair, that they might still get on.
The other thing that people spoke about needing help with in terms of managing expectations was with perhaps not giving up too soon. So people came, perhaps if they went to a dating agency, their expectation was that they would get a date immediately and that would be successful. And perhaps when the dates didn't go quite so well, people needed help to kind of just persevere for a bit and keep going and keep looking and don't give up just because the first person wasn't right for you.
I think a lot of people presume that once you're in a relationship, that's it forever then. You're going to end up marrying that person. I think because people haven't had the experiences of bad relationships, and not necessarily that it was an awful relationship, it's just that it just wasn't working out, and that's okay. And from that additional support we can pick those things up, or suggest that people come on one of our courses to find out a bit more.
Many people with learning disabilities told us that being in a relationship gave them many more social and leisure opportunities. It also helped them to increase their independence. People could do things as a couple that they couldn't do on their own.
I go to Harry Potter studio this Monday.
Yeah.
And the Lion King Theatre. And we're going to take a small trip to Paris.
We go out together doing things like shopping and that sort of thing with each other and helping each other out.
Not only that, we played snooker as well.
We we just like each other's company. We're like...
Yeah, we love talking to each other, communication.
Yes. Just having fun together, really.
Yeah, and going out places too. Yeah, fun times.
We meet new people in the group, we meet new friends, we get to talk to them, we do a lot of events as well, which is amazing.
One of the things that we asked people about is what love meant to them and what it meant to their lives to have a loving relationship. If you think about it, well, most of us want that and most of us like that, and just because you have a learning disability, that's not going to be any different. So it was very important to people to have a loving relationship, and it meant that they could do things together with their partner which perhaps they could never have done themselves. So it enhanced their lives in a whole number of ways.
This video has given some people with learning disabilities the opportunity to say how important it is for them to have a relationship and how good it makes them feel. Our research has shown us that all people with learning disabilities should have the right to good support to help them lead the lives they want to lead.
I think somebody with a learning difficulty should have support, like trying to find a boyfriend.
My advice to other gay men is to keep trying.
Yeah, living together, get married, children. But it all takes time.
It does, and it's, lots of things to discuss as well.
We like get married. Also, we want to to have kids as well, and we want to go live together as well.
Obviously, there are extra challenges, but we think we can do it.
Met my true love, and I'm very happy how things are going now. So I am really enjoying it.
We want to be like everyone else. We just want to be equals.
If you would like more information about our research or sources of support, please contact us.